Peace, love, and black power. Um, as y'all can see, I keep my main man with me. I don't feel right if I don't have my main man with me. This is my main man right here. Uh, so Sunday is my birthday, my wedding anniversary, and then 5 days later is Christmas. So I was having a conversation with my wife, and she was like, "Well, man, what are we gonna do?" And I told her, I was like, man, with COVID going on and my job talking about laying people off, that man, let's just hold up for a minute. And she was like, "Cool, I ain't got no problem with that." I was very happy to hear that. So it led me and it inspired me to want to do a show about Christmas. Um, Years ago, I went to Brother Bass shop, and it was around Christmas time. Matter of fact, it was Christmas time, and I had a conversation with him, and I was telling him, that I gotta get my stuff for Christmas for my kids, and mom and wife and this and that and that and that. And he said, "Brother." He said,
I'm
"Brother."
laughing because I know the story. Man.
Yeah, he was like, "Man, Holmes, what is wrong with you? Do you really you celebrate Christmas?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know no other way. That's all." He's Champ. As a matter of fact, Chip, you work with the white man. You promoting, and I was like, "Yeah, you promoting basically white supremacy." No, what are you talking about? He say, "Champ, your kids are going to love Santa Claus because he bringing them gifts. But the bigger picture is he's going to love your oppressor. Every time all good things come from your oppressor. So man, we gotta kind of. I can't tell you what to do, but man, you need to pay attention to that." And I thought about it, and immediately went home and told my kids. You
ain't hold up for a minute.
Man, I ain't hold up for a minute.
Hold up, though. Tell me, the part I like is he said, "Now you going to work hard every day."
Every day.
Not
just me and my woman. We going to work hard, and this is the conversation we had. You going to work hard. Your woman going to work hard to give your oppressor the glory of giving your kids gifts. Man, how stupid is? And I'm talking about me. I'm not. This not a put down. I ain't calling nobody stupid. I'm telling you what he told me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, that's stupid."
Yeah, you working hard every day, and the gifts they getting from your hard work.
Yeah, from a
fat joke that they can't come down and chill with that. They ain't no. Remember they say. You mean they leaving him cookies? When you come in the room, they be like, "Oh, dang, get out of the room, man. Watch out, man. Santa Claus is coming." Hey, that's a mean joke, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I went home, and I told, at this time, it was just Greg and Kid. And Greg, he was like, "So do we still get gifts?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Shit, Kid took it kind of hard."
That sound like Greg. Man, that
sound. Matter of fact, that joker went to school, told everybody ain't no Christmas. The teachers come around to the store. Man, y'all ready, man?
I mean, you said he got in trouble for telling the truth. Like, ain't no Christmas, everybody doing everybody.
No Christmas. I remember. My dad said ain't no Christmas. I believe him. Ain't no Christmas. He showed me the gifts and everything. Nigga, man. So
yeah, that sound like Greg. That's a real good. That's a smart reflection. He was like, "Okay, well, but what about the gifts though?
We still get the gifts? Oh, well, it's over. I ain't worried. My daughter took it.
I didn't even joke anyway. I was wondering how the joke would fit down the chimney. So your daughter took it hard though.
Yeah, of course, by her taking it hard, my wife was
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough for a minute.
For a minute.
Yeah, yeah. It was rough for a minute. And so, Brother Bay, he led me on the path of really research.
Mm-hmm.
So I researched it. So I want to talk about it.
Okay.
So, first of all, everybody always say, it's a pagan holiday. So I wanted to say, just a definition that I got from being a pagan is a group of people that don't worship the one God, the only God, but they worship God and Goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can be a God. The God of fruit, the God of trees,
Several
the God
gods.
Yeah. So that's how they go. So, way before, thousands of years before Jesus Christ, the Europeans, they celebrated what they called the winter solstice.
Mm-hmm.
And what the winter solstice was, every year, right before the winter, the days would get shorter and the nights would get longer, and the sun would seem like it was going to leave the earth. And around December the 21st, it would stop and start coming back. So, I don't want to talk about, but astrology, everything came from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
The European really thought that the sun was going to leave, so they upset. They going off. They don't understand, about astrology and all that. So when they come back, they celebrate. And when they celebrate, they have the feast. They get drunk. They cut up. They do, basically what we're doing today.
Mm-hmm.
But they worship a god called Odin. And the way they describe him, muscular man, one eye, a beard. But he rode a horse through the sky with 8 legs. And the horse name was Sledge-Mere. And he also, with Sledge-Mere, he had a band of ghostly warriors and elves along with him. And what he'd do, he'd go through the night and look for his enemies and, kill them, whatever. That was their story. And at the end of the night, he would come back and judge the humans who was naughty or nice or good or bad.
Man.
Yeah. The Europeans also would take the evergreen tree in the house because they say it represents life because it wouldn't die. Take it in the house, decorate their house, and they also would cut down logs and the Yule log and burn them. So, that's kind of where, this stuff about Christmas came up. So the Romans, they would celebrate Saturnalia. That's the same as the winter solstice. And their dates was like from the 21st to the 25th. But they worship a god called Mithra, which was supposed to be born on December the 25th. And some people say that Mithra was a nice god, and some people say he was the most evilest of all the gods, and he liked the children to be sacrificed upon to him. So the Romans would feast, get drunk, go caroling the Romans was famous for orgies and all these different type of things, but they'd decorate their house, have, put up candles and everything. And that's how they celebrated Saturnalia. So while all this going on over the years has passed, Christ has been crucified, but the Jews, the Israelites, the Hebrews, which now we're in Jerusalem. Everything is black, for real. So it's this emperor Constantine. The the people, the Jews and the Hebrews, they never stopped fighting. They never stopped fighting. Even though the Romans have invaded and everything, they fighting. So Constantine say, listen, man, we got to kind of come up with a way to stop all this fighting. So what he did, he said to the Jews, we're going to adopt your religion. We're going to adopt your religion. We're going to become Christians. And we're going to give you Saturnalia, and call it Christ Mass after Jesus, which later became Christmas. So Christ Mass, which later became Christmas, was really a political move more than anything else. The politics of it is we're going to take your religion, we're going to give you a holiday, and we're going to calm all this, because when we're doing all this fighting, we can't make money. There ain't no peace. Let's do it like this. So the religion that the European came up with out of our religion is Roman Catholic. And basically what they did is take our religion and put a spin on it. Roman Catholic and the Christian took our religion, put a spin on it, and sold it back to us and told us, you know, this how it's going to be. So I just wanted to have this conversation because I, to the life of me, now that to me it looked like an engineered plan, a socially engineered plan for Christmas. Like Christmas don't have nothing to do with Christ. And I don't want people feeling bad about, especially with this COVID going on and your pockets ain't right. I don't feel like it should be a thing where if I can't get you a gift, I don't love you. Or I don't care about you. Like, I was telling my wife, and man, she was really cool with it, but I've been with my wife since '84. Like, you know, the girl I was telling you about, Gwen, the husband killed her?
Yeah.
I met my wife at her wedding, December the 8th. I never get it because after she passed, it kind of stuck in my mind. And Champ, is when I met my wife, she had a red dress, and my mother had wore a red dress. And it didn't dawn on me now. It didn't dawn on me then, but now they look a lot alike.
Your mother
and my wife.
Man,
but back then, listen. In '84, they ain't look alike.
Yeah,
and it never done. Matter of fact, Champ, I had a dude. This is a true bill. I had a dude come to my house, and he was to do some work, and he came to my house, and he looked at the work, and then Misty came out, and he walked outside, and he came back, and he said, "Man, I'm a Christian. I can't indulge in this." And I'm like, "What you?" He say, "Man, y'all got incest. I know that's your sister." And he was serious. Wow. Yeah. Wow. He said, "Man, you got some incest going on." that look just like Fonzie. You ain't gonna trick me. I ain't with that. Hey, man, I had to call my mama on the phone and talk to this joker.
Man.
Yeah, they look Chad. They look a lot. They got the same spirit. They like the same person, man.
Yeah. They got that, especially their face. They got the same glow.
Yeah, beautiful. Got them high cheekbones.
High cheekbones.
Yeah, beautiful.
Same that pretty complexion.
Yeah, pretty complexion. Yeah. So man, I just that's pretty much it. You want to add anything?
Man, no. I learned something today, and I think it's something that I really would like to research. I myself don't celebrate Christmas, but man,
nobody that's really. I'm not gonna say religious, but people that really know, because is celebrating holidays in the Quran?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I don't think Ramadan is not a holiday, so not holidays, nah.
Yeah,
not holidays. Not that I can think of.
Hey, Tramp, Brother Bay said we've been hoodwinked. bamboozle,
run amok,
led
astray.
Man, we following all these practices of the European. And we, and the one thing I really appreciate Snum because he kind of opened my eyes because with anything that happened, we're taught not to ask.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, I've read a little bit of history about the current educational system,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was created off the model of for the Industrial Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
America, why, especially a lot of different people from Europe was coming here because England had a kingship. They were basically serfs, which means they were like slaves, basically like they couldn't have any property, nothing. So the thing about America is that you can come, have land, create your own home and everything. So the American ideal was independence. Like a lot of people don't even see money because you might make shoes, he might have cows and this and that, and y'all can exchange. So people were exchanging their resources. You had 10 kids, so your kids were part of your resources.
Wow.
So what happened was they needed, the Industrial Revolution started, slavery is over, but they needed put people in these factories. So they created the school system. And so the school system is created, and I don't want to go too long on this, it's created off the Prussian model. And so what it's about is that getting people to follow a chain of command.
Yes.
They create a system that you can have an easily manageable society. That's why a bell rings. That's why it's similar, like 8 to 9. It's similar to 9 to 5. You sitting in a chair because it's creating workers for the Industrial Revolution because the Industrial Revolution was a big thing.
Wow.
And they needed people in them seats.
Wow.
So the education system, especially the education in public schools and lower tier Catholic schools, it's created for the working class.
Okay.
The high ranking education system, the ones like you sing albums and these $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year just for a high school, those are created for the leaders. And that's kind of created, and that's a part of in Plato's Republic, they created what they call the Republic, and they had what they call the guardians, and the guardians got the best education because they're the leaders of the country.
Yeah.
So our education system, that's why it's like you get an A or B. So what happens is, as you grow up in that system, your idea of your intelligence is associated with what your teacher, which is the state, tells you what it is. Oh, you didn't, and then how you get an A or B? By following my command.
Yes.
So you see how that works?
I understand.
So you create a society that people, regardless of color or race, most people don't think or research anything because it's how it's created.
Impact theory say we're in the matrix.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much.
You gotta take that red pill.
Man, it's pretty much the matrix. Yeah. And so, with the show, it's about not putting anybody down. It's about the pull up. So I just wanted to share that information with y'all. I'm not saying that you shouldn't celebrate Christmas. I just want you to know why you're celebrating, and it's basically up to you. But I feel like, man, hey champ, right now, if I want to get my wife something, I go get it. I don't need nobody to tell me I need to get it. She like, man, go give me some crabs or go give me some Chinese food, this and that.
Yeah.
And it's, hey champ, what my mother love more, because she do pretty well. I might call her, say, Mom on the way. She might say, man, go give me a Popeyes or McDonald's. But her favorite has been lately cantaloupe. If I get her a right cantaloupe, man, she be in this cantaloupe. Hey, this ain't no regular cantaloupe. Tom, where you get this cantaloupe from? This cantaloupe tastes like steak with A1 sauce on it. Give me that back. And it's soft. I can eat this cantaloupe. Oh, man, she be happy. So I guess my point is, you don't need nobody to tell you how to love your loved ones and how to be happy.
Man, that right there is bigger than anything.
It's
bigger than the information. It's bigger than everything. Because especially during COVID, I was at the car dealership getting my coffee. I just saw the line. They have lines, miles of people going to food banks with their cars.
Man.
People putting food in cars for the food bank. And when I saw in the cars, Acuras, Benzes was coming, and the hood was up, and they put it in the. And I was so people are so what to me what you're saying is like the most important thing is because people are getting stressed out because they can't.
Of course.
Yeah. So you're
because of Christmas. I've been talking to people and they like, man, my kids and this and that, and I'm like, Holmes, just man, the kids want us. Hey, you gotta just man, you never know. My kids. Kid cried for a minute. She got a gift. She was cool. Greg, and he just, man, I ain't think about Santa Claus. Man, in fact, I didn't think there was no Santa Claus. I ain't want to tell you. Wow, we live in an apartment. We ain't got no children. They trying to trick me like that. I ain't trying to. Hey, look,
I ain't want to tell you because I ain't want you to.
I ain't want to hurt your feelings.
I ain't want to hurt your feelings. You might not get me no gifts.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, champ. I want to acknowledge my cousins, Eddie and Dorothy, man, they really support. They watch every show. Matter of fact, Eddie gonna call me up and talk to me about the show and all that stuff, man, or text me. Mm-hmm. So I just want to acknowledge them. Thank you. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. If you're interested in learning Arabic, my nephew, Man, teach Arabic. He teach private classes. So just put whatever you want to put in the comment. I'll look at all the comments. And if you have a show that you want us to do, or if you have any information that you think that might can help the show, or any information you think that might can help us, because me and my man, we're trying to get to 100, and I know I don't know everything. If you can tell me something I can do to get to 100, man, we appreciate that.
Yeah. And I'd just like to thank Al-Jabbar.
Al-Jabbar. Hey, that's my man. When you gonna get Al-Jabbar's shirt, man?
Hey, Al-Jabbar,
hey, Al-Jabbar, get your shirt, man.
I got the shirt in the
car,
I
done gave the shirt, man. Ain't busted good.
I didn't try to reach out to him through Facebook. I don't have his number, so Al-Jabbar, hit me up. I really appreciate, man. We go back, man, in the 90s, man. Yeah. So I really appreciate your support. And then how I go out, mind, body, and soul. But I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it to the correct order. Mm-hmm. Soul, the mind, and the body. Keep it together.
Always be grateful. Always. Anytime you waking up, be grateful. Like people like, man, I gotta wait till Christmas and something. Man, every day I get up, man, I still got all my family. Nobody been touched by COVID. I still got my mother. She happy.
6 feet.
Man. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, man. So just be grateful, man. Please like and subscribe, and always give the Most High the glory. We out.